Hi students, welcome to our channel. In the last video we have discussed about the exercise 2.5 or 6.5. So in that exercise we have discussed question number 2, 3, 4. So today we are going to continue the same question sums of the exercise. So the fifth question is like this. The fifth question is ABC is an isosceles triangle with the AC is equal to BC. If AB square is equal to 2AC square, so then under this condition we have to prove that ABC is a right angle triangle. So it is just reverse of the previous sum. So in a right angle triangle, ABC is a right angle triangle with the AC is equal to BC. Then prove that AB square is equal to 2AC square. It is a previous sum. So just it is reverse of the question number 4 now. So given, so here ABC is an isosceles triangle with the AC is equal to BC. So let me draw a triangle ABC with the AC is equal to BC. AC and BC are equal. AC and BC are equal. So join AB. So we got ABC is a triangle with the AC is equal to BC. Let me mark. Okay. So now we have to prove that ABC is a right angle triangle. So here given that two data, AC is equal to BC, that we are marked. Then second one is AB square is equal to 2AC square. AB square is equal to 2AC square. So by using these two data we have to prove that ABC is a right angle triangle. That means one of the angles should be 90 degrees. So where it is 90 degree? So here given that AB square is 2AC square. So AB is the biggest side compared to the other two sides. So then we have to treat it as a hypotenuse. Then the angle opposite to the hypotenuse is here in this case is C. So then we have to prove that angle C is 90 degree. So we'll start with the data given, or you can write data. AC is equal to BC. That is the first data. Second one is AB square is equal to 2AC square. Then we have to prove that ABC, triangle ABC is a right triangle. Is a right triangle. That is one of the angles is equal to 90 degree. Proof. Let me start with the data given. AB square is equal to 2AC square. So we know the meaning of 2AC square. We can split it. Correct? AB square is equal to AC square plus AC square. But we know that AC is equal to BC. So AB square is equal to, keep one of the AC as it is, AC square, instead of another AC write it as BC, because AC is equal to BC given. Correct? So now we are proved that AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. So Pythagoras theorem tells that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of other two sides. So then the triangle is a right angle triangle. Correct? So according to the converse of the Pythagoras theorem, if a square on the longest side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, so then those two sides will contain the right angles. So that is converse of Pythagoras theorem. So therefore according to, now it this equation satisfies the Pythagoras theorem. So therefore one of the angles should be 90 degree. So according to the converse of converse or theorem 6.9, converse of Pythagoras theorem, according to converse of Pythagoras theorem, AB angle C is equal to 90 degree. So therefore triangle ABC is a right triangle. Okay. So now I will move on to the next question. Question number 6. Question number 6 is regarding to an equilateral triangle. So question is like this: ABC is an equilateral triangle. ABC is an equilateral triangle. You know the meaning of equilateral triangle. All three sides are equal. Triangle offside 2a. So length of each side of the triangle is 2a units. Find each of its altitude. Each of its altitude. Altitude means the perpendicular drawn from one of the vertex to its opposite side. That is called as altitude. It is the perpendicular. Okay. So let me draw a triangle, equilateral triangle. So I'll name it as ABC. ABC is a equilateral triangle. All three sides are equal, and its side is given 2a. So this is 2a. AB is 2a. AC is also 2a, and BC is also 2a. But we have to find the length of the altitude. So let me draw an altitude. So altitude means the perpendicular drawn from a vertex A to its opposite side BC. So I will take it as AD. AD is the altitude. It is drawn from A to its opposite side BC. So now we have to find the length of AD. So I will write the data. ABC is a equilateral triangle, so that all three sides are equal and equal to 2a units. AB is equal to BC is equal to AC is equal to 2a units, and AD is the perpendicular. We have to find the length of AD. Altitude AD, that equal to question mark. So one important property we have to recall. So in a equilateral triangle, the altitude bisect the base. It is one of the important property that we have studied in the previous classes. So that means in the previous year, in the 8th and 9th standard, we have learnt the property of the altitude in the isosceles triangle as well as in the equilateral triangle. So the nature of the altitude in the equilateral triangle is it bisects the base, so that BD length and DC length are equal. So if it is bisect, so then BD becomes A bisect means two equal parts. Total BC is 2A units, so then BD is equal to half of that, so 2A by 2, so 2A by 2, so 2 get cancelled, therefore it is BD is A unit and DC is also A unit. Or you can also prove this also. So AD bisect BC. So I will start from that. Okay, so I will show you why AD bisect, how AD bisect the BC. Okay, in triangle, so if you draw the altitude to the base BC, so then we got two right angle triangle ADB and ADC, correct? So I'll take these two triangles. In triangle ADB and triangle ADC. In this triangle, AB is equal to AC one side, then angles are equal, so which is angle D angle, that is ADB angle and ADC angles are equal. So in this triangle, angle ADB is equal to angle ADC, number one, because both are right angles, both are 90 degree. That is point number one. Then if it is 90 degree, so then AB is hypotenuse. Here AC is the hypotenuse, both are equal, so 2A units. So I'll write second point AB in the triangle ADB, in the other triangle it is AC, is equal to AC, point number 2. So but they are hypotenuse, correct? It is dataದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, AB is equal to AC. So data, and in our triangle it becomes hypotenuse. So actually it is enough. So I am writing, so to give the finally, so how it is they are equal, congruent. Okay, next another point, AD is common side, correct? For both the triangle AD is common, so therefore I'll write AD is equal to AD. So point number 3, common side. So from these 3 points, from point number 1, 2 and 3, so our right angle triangle ADB is congruent to right angle triangle ADC. So according to right angle, hypotenuse and side, that is right angle, hypotenuse, side, RHS, rule of congruence. So therefore if they are congruent, then their corresponding sides are equal, so then BD side is equal to DC side. So therefore BD is equal to DC according to CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle, but we know that so BC is 2A, so that BD and DC is half of, so therefore BD is equal to DC is equal to BC by 2. So therefore it becomes 2A by 2, so that is A units. So in our triangle BD ADB, so it is A units, this is also A unit. Okay, so other directly you can apply the property of the altitude in the equilateral triangle. So what is the property? The altitude bisect the base. So now we have to prove that, we have to find the length of AD, altitude, correct? So let me take one triangle. In right angle triangle ADB I will take. So apply the Pythagoras theorem. So it is a right angle triangle, so AB square is equal to BD square plus AD square. So you know the length of AB square, according to this is Pythagoras theorem. according to Pythagoras theorem. So AB square is 2A whole square is equal to BD square is A square plus AD square. We don't know, that we have to find out, that is the altitude. So squaring, so the 4A square is equal to A square plus AD square. So you want AD square, keep AD square in the right hand side, so take A square to the left hand side. So 4A square minus A square, that equal to AD square. So 3A square is equal to AD square. So taking square root on both sides, square root of 3A square is equal to AD. So here A is perfect square, so therefore AD is equal to A root 3 unit. So that is the length of the altitude. So A is perfect square, its square root is taken, so it's A. So root 3 is not a square number, so it is retained in the root sign only. So therefore length of the AD is A root 3 units. So AD is our altitude. So length of the altitude in equilateral triangle from any vertex, either from A to BC or from B to AC or from C to AB. So the length of the altitude is always equal to A root 3. Okay, I think hope you are understood. Suppose if the question is asked for 2 marks, directly you write this part. So write in the data AD, altitude AD bisect BC. Okay, so here just AD, we know that, write down here. If they ask for 2 marks, if they ask for 3 marks, then what I have wrote, just you have to write. Okay, we know that altitude AD bisects AB, bisects or BC. Therefore BD is equal to DC is equal to A units. Okay, so only this, write this one only if the question asks for 2 marks. Okay, next I'll move on to the next question, question number 7. So question number 7 is it is based on rhombus, one of the quadrilateral. The question is like this: prove that the sum of the squares of sides of a rhombus. So they are talking about the sides of a squares. So sides of a, sum of the squares of side of rhombus. Sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of sum of the squares of its diagonals. So squares of its diagonals. So they are talking about the squares of sides of rhombus and squares of its diagonals. So they are clearly telling that the sum of the squares of sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. That we have to prove. Okay, so let me draw a rhombus. So I think you know about rhombus. The properties of rhombus are very important to prove this statement. So first I will draw the rhombus. Name the rhombus as ABCD. The first property of the rhombus is all sides are equal. Okay, so this property you have learnt in the 9th standard. All the sides of a rhombus are equal, all four sides are equal. Then sides is over, then we have to talk about the diagonals. So there are two diagonals, so diagonals are unequal. One thing, second property, diagonals are unequal. So therefore here you can see there AAC is bigger than BD length. But a very important property what we are required to prove this is the diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. So AC diagonals bisect BD as well as BD bisect AC. So they are intersecting at point. So name it as O. That is, O is the bisection point of the diagonals AC as well as BD. It not only bisect, it bisect perpendicularly. So therefore angle at O is 90 degree. Okay, so in AOB triangle it is 90 degree, and in AOD it is 90 degree. Similar in the rest of the two triangles also it is 90 degree. So two important properties we are applying here. So the first property is they are talking about the side. So what about the side of the rhombus? All four sides are equal. AB, BC, AD, DC and AD are equal. So then diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. So I'll write the data. So ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. So now I am writing its property. Therefore AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. All four sides are equal. The first property. The second property is diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. Diagonals, I'll write here. Diagonals AC and BD bisect each other, perpendicularly. So perpendicularly. So that is bisect each other. So therefore AO is equal to OC because BD bisect AC diagonal. So AO is equal to OC is bisect. Therefore its length are AO and OC are equal to half of AC. So now AC bisect BD. Therefore I can write DO is equal to OB is equal to half of BD, half of BD, and angles are equal. So angle at O is 90 degree. Okay, angle O is equal to 90 degree. So from the second property. So what we have to prove here? To prove that sum of the squares of the sides of rhombus, we know the sides of the rhombus, sum of squares, so squares of the sides of the rhombus, AB square sum, so plus AC square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square is equal to the sum of squares of the diagonals. Diagonal is AC and BD, squares of diagonals and sum of squares of diagonals, AC square plus BD square, that we have to prove here. Okay, so let me start the proof part. So everything we are having. So I will consider here right angle triangle is there. So I will take the first right angle triangle AOB. In right angle triangle AOB, so here the square for all the sides, here square you can see here. So therefore this problem is based on Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so let me apply the Pythagoras theorem for triangle AOB. Here the hypotenuse is AB. AB square is equal to AO square plus OB square, correct? AOB triangle, so 90 degree, its opposite side is AB, that is hypotenuse. So AO and OB are the other side. So AB square is equal to AO square plus OB square. So according to the Pythagoras theorem. AB square is equal to, we know the length of AO. AO length is equal to what? AC by 2, because we required diagonals. So we don't want AO and OB. Instead of AO and OB, write in terms of the diagonals. AO is equal to what? Half of AC, and OB is equal to what? Half of BD. So just I am substituting now. AO is equal to AC by 2, so square is there, whole square, plus OB is half of BD, so BD divided by 2 whole square from data. So in the data we wrote according to the property of the diagonals of the rhombus. AB square is equal to, on squaring, AC square divided by 2 square is 4 plus BD square divided by 2 square is 4. Now you know how to add the fractions. AB square is, denominator is same, so I will keep the denominator as it is, the numerator is also same as it is, AC square plus BD square. So we want AC square and BD square in the right hand side, we don't want 4, so let me take it to left hand side. So division is taken to this side, then it becomes multiplication. 4AB square, 4 into AB square, so 4AB square is equal to AC square plus BD square. So what is 4AB square? AB square is added 4 times, correct? So I will split it as AB square plus AB square plus AB square plus AB square is equal to right hand side AC square plus BD square. Next, we know that what we have to prove is AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square, correct? So AB square we got, so you don't want other 3 AB squares, correct? But we know that AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA, all 4 sides are there equal. So therefore instead of AB I will write second AB as BC, third AB as CD, and fourth AB square as DA square. So then AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square is equal to AC square plus BD square. So this is the thing what we have to prove. AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square is equal to AC square plus BD square. So this property we are applied. So this one we got instead of AB square from the data. So AB is equal to BC. So all 4 sides are equal. So instead of CD AB we can write CD, and instead of AB we can write DA. So that applied. Okay, I think you have understood this problem. Okay, in the next video we are going to continue the problems of the same exercise. Thanks for watching the video.